were just living in their house. You woke up.
I'm trapped. Start swinging. Maybe.
Evil, ugly-looking monster. Like, Mom, Dad, I'm scared.
Yeah.
And Jericho's just.
There's a monster in our castle with a sword. Kill it.
Listen, you. No matter who you are a villain in somebody's story. I'm just saying.
In 5, 4, 3, 2. Don't speak on the family, Crody. We can get deep in the family, Crody. Talk about me and my family, Crody. Some gonna bleed in your family, Crody. I'll be a new old king eating fried rice with dip sauce and a blammy, Crody. Tell me your cheese and fam. Oh, I forgot the rest. Wait, don't tell me. We can do this right now on the camera, Crody. What up, it's the ShinoBroz. We're back at it again. I'm Sly.
I'm confused. Like I was in the car warming up my pipes and everything, and I'm like, okay, maybe there's a chance he'll give me a song I know, and then he said Crody, and I just lost everything.
I had to keep him on his toes. All right. Who you think won? Kendrick?
Oh, it's Kendrick. It was 100% Kendrick. The last time we saw Drake, he was in Turks and Caicos chilling.
Yeah, I honestly believe Drake should just shut up.
I mean, let's be honest, they both won. Because the amount of money and views that this whole beef generated.
But Drake's reputation and career.
But what hasn't he done?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, he's already achieved everything you want to in music.
Yeah.
So, end on a beef on a high note and you just dip. Now you can chill on the beach.
Yeah, he's made his money.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that last track he released definitely shot himself in the foot, I feel like.
Well, the whole idea of like, oh, psych, we let false information to you. I don't have a daughter. I don't mess with kids. It's like, why would, out of all things you could like falsify, why is that the go-to?
He also said that, you know, anyone who was given Kendrick information was a B word or whatever. And he's like, but you did.
Didn't you?
Yeah, so
he just called himself one. He called himself out.
Yeah.
You guys are right. Oh my gosh. I didn't mean to. He just emasculated him.
And just the memes win. Internet wins again.
Yeah.
It's just the ones where it's like, Kendrick, you're a pedophile, Drake. I ain't never looked at no one like me or Bobby Brown. But you're short though.
Look at your feet.
Did you know that Chris Brown and
Quavo
had beef?
Chris's track was kind of hard though.
It was.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm just like, then I heard Quavo's and I'm just like,
I didn't even bother. I didn't have to.
No, it was
I heard
definitely
Chris Brown. I was like, what did Quavo do to you?
Chris Brown. He was just straight to it. There's no metaphors or anything. He was just like, I hate you.
You got bodied by someone who sings. I'm like, all right.
I was like,
fair enough.
That's it.
Fair.
I was like, what do you do? Drake got bodied by a producer.
Yeah. That's the worst of it.
Drake's getting bodied by everybody.
He said, stay in the studio and hit drums. He said, all right, bet.
I love the remixes to the BBL tracks from like other countries. Like, Drake, you're getting this.
My fiance cannot get enough of the merengue one. I showed her it once, and now she's around the kitchen just... I'm like, we're done. We're not doing this anymore.
Oh, Drake's getting... I saw a thing online where it's like, Kendrick and Drake's beef. This isn't just like beef. This is like an execution of a king. Like all these rappers are going at Drake.
It's like Game of Thrones season 1.
Yeah, everyone's going at Drake.
In front of everybody, just slap.
I feel like
bars.
I feel like the industry has enough of Drake. They're like, we want you out. You're out.
Yeah.
And everyone's attacking him, attacking his character and everything. I'm just like, yikes.
It's over with.
I don't know, man. It got wild too. Someone got shot outside of Drake's house.
Someone got shot outside his house?
You didn't hear about that?
I heard someone try to get in. But I didn't hear someone got shot.
So there's two instances. Someone tried to break in, and then someone got shot.
Security guard.
Yeah, his security guard got shot.
Oh my god.
I didn't read. It was like a week ago. I didn't read too much about it since then. But yeah, as of right now, the beef ended with Drake with that last track, and then someone got shot outside his house. And of course, everyone's pointing at Kendrick like, you did this. But it's like...
He sent his shooters.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know, but
But Kendrick kind of bodied him, so why does he need to send shooters?
that's right. Kendrick was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna respond to that. He heard it and he was like, yeah, it's gonna have a feast with this one.
Right.
They were saying that it was kind of his fault because they posted his address as a thumbnail.
So then people found
They
it.
ain't like us. Yeah.
That is also true. But
Like doxing him, basically.
hey, man, Drake started it.
Yeah, and Kendrick finished it.
Yep.
Now
Good.
music's slowly dying. Okay.
And you know what? J. Cole chose peace.
Did you see someone found him on the beach? Like he was on the beach with like headphones on and a laptop, shoes off. I'm like, yeah,
It's like,
yeah, he made the right choice.
Couldn't be me.
No.
No, there was also like before this all started when Drake, I don't know what he posted. It might have been before push-ups, Drake's track push-ups, but 50 actually posted on his like Instagram or something. His story and was like, "Don't do this. Like, leave that man alone." And everyone's like resurfacing that, and they're like, "Hey, 50 tried to warn you. 50 said it. You might want to leave him alone."
Yeah.
Kendrick's that quiet kid in the back that you don't want to mess with.
Chill. Chill.
Hey, that's the memes. That's the memes. But no, Chris's track went hard too, and I'm just like, oh, I don't like you as a person. But separating the art from the artist. Where do you draw a line? Like, because everyone's still canceling R. Kelly.
Is there a line? Because like, there's the whole thing with Michael Jackson. Well, Michael Jackson is arguably, if not the greatest performer of like all time.
Well, because like,
Like, you gonna stop listening to Smooth Criminal?
take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. All right, don't cancel me. Don't clip this.
Someone,
You
it's
cancel
getting
me.
clipped.
So
This is becoming a real.
but it's like it's like because Chris Brown's still popular, right? And
Yeah.
he's like still making music. He's still getting women are still listening to him, But there's that allegation, or no, it was a proven
I was
thing.
gonna say, yeah,
he
no,
beat
he-
Rihanna.
Yeah.
And then Drake comes out and everyone's like, he's a pedophile, and now he's getting thrashed. But so it's like, so we draw the line of beating women, or we draw a line at pedophiles, but beating women's okay. I don't know,
I'm just here, dog.
because R. Kelly was sexual allegations. He's canceled, but
But see, now I gotta think, when was the last time I listened to an R. Kelly song?
Yeah.
Like, willingly. Like, I went out and was just like, oh, I don't know, listen to this. Like, it
Yeah.
might have come through on shuffle. I'm like, I'm not feeling it.
But it's just like that line. It's like it's okay to beat women, but kids, or no, it's not okay to
Is
to.
there something other than Trapped in the Closet?
Like, what do you mean?
I don't know any R. Kelly besides Trapped in the Closet.
But wait, but
Really?
you're also white.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
what? Yes.
Ignition? I believe I can fly?
Oh, he did I Believe I Can Fly?
Get this,
It's
man.
okay. Wade's
This
Caucasian.
wasn't your house.
Wade's Caucasian.
I like space.
He's in you say you like Space Jam? Get out of here. Get out of
Uh,
here. Wade listens to rock. That's his genre.
was R. Kelly same girl? R. Kelly and Usher? Is that who it was? I'm pretty sure it was. Same girl?
I can't
No?
think right now.
I'll play it later. I don't play it right now. I don't want to get canceled.
But yeah, get demonetized,
Yeah.
banned, everything.
I just got back.
Reported.
I've only been on 2 episodes.
But yeah, that line, that's it's a weird line because it's like you're saying,
Is that the line, or does
Hurting
it matter
kids.
to not the word? What's the gravitude? How big the star is?
yeah. I mean,
I'll
'Cause again-
also say this isn't right, but I feel like this is how a lot of people think. Is like with children, it's like they're pure, they're innocent. You shouldn't do anything
Right.
to children.
Yeah.
With Rihanna, it's kind of like, but what'd she say though? You know, what I
victim
mean?
blaming. That's what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
victim blaming.
But there was also another thing where it's like going back to the Michael Jackson being so popular or being literally
Being
an
him.
icon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it was like who was it? Was it Akon? He was on a podcast. He was saying that Chris Brown could have been the next Michael Jackson had he not been like with his scandals and his gang affiliation, which still blows my mind that he's blood affiliated.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
That's-
You never noticed that?
I've noticed it.
Always wearing red.
Yeah, I've noticed it, especially in that one Drake video he did with Drake. But no, he's blood affiliated, and I'm also like, how? But then
how do you get affiliated?
I researched it, and then like
you looked up how to become affiliated.
no. How Chris Brown got affiliated with
I'm like,
Bloods.
no, you know what? I see red on you now. Now I think about it.
But I'm also wearing blue and gray.
Oh shit.
But no, oh.
Blue jeans don't count.
No, but he was like, because I looked up like, because it occurred to me like, how did Chris Brown get associated with the Bloods?
Mm-hmm.
So I looked it up, and then it was like, I forgot what like specific like group besides like Bloods. So
I was gonna say
but you know, Pyru, the Pyru
Okay.
Bloods, because he always like. I don't want to say name drop, but like, you know, shout out, I guess. Like in a lot of his stuff, like the diss track. But like he'll always shout out to them, and he always like goes and like do music videos in the area, and he gives back to that community a lot. So although he doesn't gang bang, he's done enough to where like the Pyro Bloods are like, we cool with you. You can keep you know, saying your flow with us. We don't mind it,
wild.
Cause he's like you know, he's
looking out.
yeah. So that's how he's affiliated. I don't know if he gang bangs. I mean, there's like no real story. Not that I read.
Give like 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, he has no problem beating women.
Whoa. Hey, Chris, man, don't.
I like your
don't
songs.
Run it.
I got
still
at least
jam
2
it.
of them on like the honeymoon playlist. So.
But does that make us bad people for
No.
listening to? See, here's the thing. Samson briefly said it in one of our episodes where he's like, "We gotta separate the art from the artist," but like, where's the line? Where's the line? You know?
I don't think it's so much of like, oh, yes, we're all bad people to a certain degree. But I don't think it's the thing of, oh, we're willing to look past this thing. Because the reality is there are people in positions of power who have done far worse things that we just haven't dug it up yet. But the moment someone in a higher position, quote unquote higher position,
Yeah.
gets some dirt thrown on them, we're like, they're human, they're normal, shame on you, and you're worse than normal because you did these terrible things. And it makes us feel better.
I will say, should I just mic myself up?
I mean, maybe.
It'll pick you up.
In regards to the separating the art from the artist, I've heard like, because whenever Kanye put out his new album and stuff like that, there was that conversation again, and people were saying like, we get separating the art from the artist, but when the art is literally reflecting what the artist's views are and stuff like that in the art, then it's like, okay, yeah, this song has anti-Semitic stuff in it.
I'll say I didn't
like,
listen to the last album at all.
I didn't either. I just saw some like lyrics and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's there.
And I mean, it depends, because like I didn't listen to Kanye's album because I just didn't like the way he was moving recently.
Yeah.
Like outside of his music, I just didn't like the way he was moving. So I was just like, I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna bother.
But it's like one of those things where like, I think people just, like celebrities in general, they do things just to keep themselves relevant. So
Maybe.
like, how much of it is, you know, them, and how much of it is just publicity
Or money.
or money? Yeah.
I mean, how many people have probably taken hush money over the years?
Yeah. It's like the one thing, someone, what's his name? The kicker for Chiefs? Was it
The
Chiefs?
kicker?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
The graduation speech.
Yeah.
Have you heard about it?
Uh-uh.
Jericho doesn't keep up with it.
Bro, as soon as I came home, I separated myself from the world. I said, it's crazy enough. I'll deal with my own stuff.
This is what we have on. So we just
You just blow my mind repeatedly.
we just get his thoughts on. But what's his name? Can you look it up?
I don't know.
It's terrible because
There's layers to that.
they just played in the Super Bowl. You think I would remember?
It's the kicker, though. You know.
I know the kicker. Like I just can't think of his name.
What was his name?
Move on. We'll come back to
for
it.
his name. Okay, but anyways, he made a graduation speech to like this college.
Harrison
Butker.
Butker.
As soon as you said
Harrison
it, yeah.
Butker. Now, granted, I've heard bits and pieces of the speech just to get like a summary. I haven't listened to the whole speech, but I will say it looks bad.
I don't got all the information, but what I have so far.
So basically, the short summary of it, everyone's getting on him because during his graduation speech, or speaking to these college graduates, he basically, in summary, I'm paraphrasing, says that all women should be looking forward to getting married and having kids, raising kids, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Misogyny. And then
is that misogyny or is that just traditional?
That
it's the way he said it.
It's not misogyny, but the way that he said.
You want to sit right here, Wade? You want to just sit in the middle, and then we
actually. No,
you had the last episode, so we're just gonna.
He said, the women in this room have been deceived the most, and then I don't remember what he said directly after that, but then he basically said that the biggest accomplishment in women's lives will be like starting a family and or like that stuff, to a room full of college graduates that went to college,
right, to pursue their careers and stuff.
So it's like, sure, yeah, like starting family, that's good. And there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with being homemakers,
right,
to begin with. But it's just the fact of where he was at, who he was talking to, and the fact that everyone on the internet was going to hear about it.
Gotcha.
And that's a recipe for being canceled online.
So your thoughts?
And to be fair, he was speaking at a Catholic college.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean everything he said is right. I'm just saying, like, the more traditional elements that other people would be like, that doesn't rub me right. Will, he's saying, like, traditional values in a place that carries traditional values.
Know your audience. But then thanks to social media, you're gonna get blasted.
Yeah, no matter what you say, people are gonna take it and be like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It does seem like in bed.
Yeah, it's like I can go and say, like, if I had the profile, if I was high enough in like popularity or whatever, if I was like, I like salt, someone's gonna be like, what about pepper?
Here comes threat.
Yeah.
Dude, what's your fries?
But yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Not to defend, but I understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
Because I remember, and this is vivid, minus the name, which I feel terrible about, there was a news reporter who I think recently died in the past year, and she was at the top of her career. Like, she interviewed Obama when he got elected and re-elected, and Michael Jackson, like the biggest people throughout her entire career. And they did a documentary or an interview with her at the end of her career, and they're like, what are you going to remember the most? Like, out of everything you've done, what do you remember the most? Or what do you wish you could have done?
Sorry.
Hey, come on, that scared me.
Sorry.
But and they asked her, like, do you have any regrets? What do you wish you could have done differently because you've had this illustrious career? And she's like, I wish I could have been a better mother. I wish I could have been more present for my daughter and not so focused on my career.
Yeah.
So that aspect of what Harrison Butker was saying, if that's what his approach was, or that's what he was intending to say, and may have just got jumbled up amongst the words, that I understand. Because I do think, and I honestly had this, I don't want to say, like, it was on my mind this week. Because it was like a tough work week, and just kind of like fighting because I want to do all these things, like this show and like my own personal creative side, and like support my future wife and those other things. But it was always like I never have enough time.
Yeah.
And so my struggle was like, how do I balance all this, put the amount of effort I want to put into it, so that, because no matter what, just in the essence of me, don't know why, maybe this is why I should go to therapy, I want to be great at everything that I do. Like, I don't want to be mediocre at anything. I want to be near the top of the list of anything I touch. And my conclusion was, at the end of the day, my legacy is not this. It's not anything I do creatively. It's what do I leave behind?
Yeah. Not
the materialistic stuff, but like, how did my life impact you and my family and my friends? Like, how did I live my life? That's what matters the most. So if that's what he was going on, I commend that. But like you said, it may have been in poor taste, because we do live in a society right now where women aren't, or they're saying they're not looking for matrimony. They're not looking for a partner. They want to focus on their careers, and they want to build their legacy through their jobs. And that's their decision. They can do that. But I think what he was trying to convey, from my perspective, was don't put it all here or in this career because this isn't all there is. Like, as a professional athlete, he would know, and others in the professional athlete space, I think, would know best that that part of your life, yes, you're famous, yes, you make a lot of money, that's maybe 5 to 10 years of your life if you're lucky. And that's like if you're the elite of the elite. Like, not everybody has a Tom Brady career. Not everybody plays 2 decades. So I think the average play time for an NFL player is maybe like 2 years. So imagine working literally your life, because you're younger, the first 18, 20 years of your life for one job, and you work it for 2 years maybe, and then you're done. Now what do you do with your life? So I think that's what he was going towards.
Yeah.
But in a room full of young people who are focused on their career, it is kind of like, maybe
And
word a little differently.
Yeah, and let's be real.
Do you wanna see the
He didn't come up with that.
Maybe
he didn't come up with that script. Someone wrote it for him.
I mean, you never know.
Maybe he gave the idea, but you know,
Chat
it could be one of those. Could be one of those things like, hey, there's a deadline. We need 1,000 more words. You know.
He had an assignment.
Yeah, he had an assignment to do.
Okay.
I forget exactly what it was, but it was along the lines of like the most important. Like, it's important for a woman to support a man in his career, but it was just like the way that it sounded was
Okay.
like that's like
The only
a
thing.
main purpose for a woman is to support a man.
I mean, just from that little snippet, it seemed like he was being realistic. Like, some of you may go on to illustrious careers, but most of you,
Yeah.
like, that's reality. But when you're giving a speech to people who are graduating and excited for the future, you probably shouldn't be realistic. You should be like,
You should be
as
hoping.
bad as that
inspiring.
sounds, like, yeah, you should be inspiring. Like, you shouldn't be like, it sounds like Shrek and Lord Farquaad. Some of you may die. Like, you
Let's
don't
not
hear
press a
that.
wound to make.
You know, like, I don't want to hear that. You want to say, like, you're all going to go out and conquer the world. You're going to take this. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you want to hear. Not saying it was bad,
It's supposed to be a
but,
pep talk.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want to go in the game and be like, hey, guys, we might lose, but let's try not to.
We 3 touchdowns behind.
Right.
But they got a discount on car insurance.
You know?
Just-
Some of you, this is it. This is your last game. You will never play again. I hope you like working at KSC. Like, you know? But, not saying that's what he was saying, but
no.
exaggerating it, obviously. But, you know, and it's his values at the end of the day. Like, if that's what he thinks, that's what he thinks. We can't.
There's nothing really inherently wrong with what he said. It's just not for everyone,
Yeah,
and it was shown to everyone.
right.
So here's a conspiracy with all that.
There's one conspiracy
And
with
he
you.
also
It's fun.
said,
What if he was an alien
it
in a
wasn't in
suit?
that clip, but he also said, to quote my teammate's girlfriend, and then he quoted a Taylor Swift.
I'll say, was it Taylor Swift?
Yeah, and then people were mad about that because then they're like, he reduced Taylor.
Who
to
wrote this
someone's
script?
girlfriend.
Fire your PR.
That was the joke for like the entire NFL season.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's Travis Kelce's girlfriend.
Yeah.
She seems excited for the game, you know. So sorry.
So there's a conspiracy where, you know, the PR teams do stuff like this so they can work overtime. You get where I'm going with this?
So they can work more.
Yeah. So
You think
Basically,
people
they
wanna
give
work
them
more?
like controversial things to say,
to do,
so then they basically have job retention.
yeah. So they're gonna
It's like dropping a diss track. Like,
Yeah.
well, let me drop this, because even though it's negative,
now they gotta
my name's
put out
still
the
out
fires, but they're working, so they're getting paid
there.
to do it.
Plus, his name and his face is getting put out to
Yeah.
Okay.
TMZ and CB, whatever.
So the PR, his team, whatever, they have to, you know, work overtime, get more money to clean it up.
So they're
And
purposefully setting fires so that they have to put them out later.
but that's I wouldn't
I'm not saying it's wrong. It just sounds funny.
I mean,
It's-
that's pretty much news now.
Especially
Yeah.
whenever there's like news of like everyone feels overworked anyway.
Yeah.
And then they're like, let's create more problems for me.
Yeah.
yeah. But then, I mean, I don't know how much they get paid, but that's, well, why have a PR team if, you know, you do shit. And like another conspiracy was that they do this, and then, you know, if it's too out of control, they just drop the client, but they got their money, you know,
Oh, yeah.
and it's on to the next person or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, it could be, man. It could be.
Yeah.
Or, you know, he just really picked a bad writer, and
I
Yeah.
might need to buy some more tinfoil to make hats.
Is
There's enough in my cupboard.
your phone on right now?
But no, I would fire my writer for say he had the ideas that Jericho was getting at, right? But he was like, I don't want to write it. That's why you have a hire writing team, you know, someone to type it up for you. Or it's like, all right, I want to say this, I want to say that. And the writer just puts it in ways that makes it sound bad. But instead of reading it.
Like, here you go.
Yeah, he's like, on the day of, all right, I'm about to give my speech.
Where's it at?
Like
Right here, boss.
All right, I'll read it on the. I'll wing it. All I'm doing is reading. I'm getting paid to read this. And as he's reading, he's like, oh my god.
I'm here now. Or he could have been dramatic, like, you know what? You're gonna change the world. You're all winners.
I will say though, like the graduation, like how do you feel when you graduated and got your degree?
When I got my degree, I actually cared.
Yeah.
Because high school, I was like, bro, just get me out of here. Like, I don't want to see, like, respectfully, I don't want to see none of y'all again, other than, like, my friends.
Because, like, while you're sitting through the whole thing, like, how did you feel?
Through college or high school?
Both.
High school, I didn't care.
Yeah.
Because to me, school, it was...
I'm not stupid!
I mean, not even that. Because, I mean, the whole point of high school is, like, we just need to get you through.
Yeah.
We just got to get you prepared for the workforce, essentially.
Yeah.
So high school, I was kind of just like, man, I just want to get away from the social aspect. Like, I got tired of being something I wasn't. I got tired of being around these people who are looking at me and judging everything I do. I was done with it.
It's kind of a social experiment also. Like,
pretty
it's
much,
just to get
yeah.
you out and
See what
socializing with
happens.
groups.
Yeah. But college, I was more emotional because college was an emotional time for me because I went from, like, leaving high school. And I was still in the area, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was me coming from what I thought I wanted to be, and when I graduated, I was moving towards what I knew I could be.
Yeah.
And so, with my college experience, it was not only that being the foundation of everything, but my mentality changed in college. The way I approached my beliefs changed. The way I approached relationships changed. And honestly, there was a sense of pride because there was no teacher like holding my hand the whole time.
Yeah.
Which I never, not bragging, but I never needed that in school, really. But it was just knowing that, like, no one made me do it. No one made me go to college. No one made me go to class every day. Like, I made the decisions. I showed up. When I failed, I tried again, and I overcame. And, like, all that hit me when I was in graduation. I was like, man, I'm just proud of me.
Yeah.
Because not everybody can do this. And it makes me, like, salute to the parents who go back and do it. Because, like, to be able to tend to a child and have a job and go back to school seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go back to school, like, ever. If I don't have to.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if it's a better way to provide for my family, then we'll go from there. But I commend, like, anybody who can just finish it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, no matter what level, I mean, an accomplishment is an accomplishment.
I will say, I went to a graduation recently, and the oldest person that graduated and got their degree was 66 years old.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like, so it's
And
never
who knows
too
what
late.
their story could have been.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been, I wanted to go to college, but I got pregnant in high school, or my parent got sick and I had to go to the workforce. Like, you never know people's lives.
But the fact that person finished.
At 60.
And you know what's also crazy? You know what the youngest was?
12. No?
16.
I was close.
But no, that's crazy. Of 16.
You ever watch Young
I was
Sheldon?
a sophomore in 16. We were sophomores at 16.
I was a junior.
Okay, then we were juniors.
You were a sophomore, because you're technically a year
Oh, yeah,
older.
that's right.
But yeah.
But that's crazy.
Yeah.
How?
Stay
And
smart.
I don't know. It's at least a 2-year degree
AP
too.
classes too, yeah.
It's at least a 2-year degree. That's crazy to me. I'm like, this kid must be a genius. Who is he? I couldn't say.
But to be fair, I would argue, I mean, not to discredit what this kid did or anything like that.
Who,
No.
he or she.
I don't want to discredit what they
Yeah.
did. It's impressive. No. But, like, I feel like a lot of grade school was just, can you do the work? Because when I was in middle school, when I was in the higher class, my 7th grade year, it was just more work. I just didn't want to do it. Wade scratching his chin.
We need to start teaching manners and respect.
Why can't, what happened?
I was just thinking, was he Asian?
Probably.
I don't condone or approve. But you can't
Wade's
make faces over there and not expect me to point them out.
Yeah. But then I had to say it because he called it out.
Was he though? I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, honestly. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I get the whole graduation ceremony. Why is it so long and boring? Bro, I was so bored.
Supporting.
I was supporting, but I'm also like, y'all really gotta bring all these people up to do a speech. Like,
What do you mean all these people? Like the teachers and stuff?
it was.
Because you had like the valedictorian. I don't know if you have in college.
They had the student speaker, which
Okay.
I get,
Yeah.
someone relatable,
Represent.
represent. But then there was like all these like other awards for people that wasn't really directly from the college. It was just like, and this charity award for this person. Oh, and this person's retiring. I'm like, gotta do that. This is supposed to be for students, I don't know. To me, it was just like, y'all just dragging this on, aren't you? And there was like it was not all colleges do this, of course, but there was like a Irish, the bagpipes things,
Yeah.
and they were like playing forever. I'm like, I'm not Irish. I don't.
I am. Shame on you.
Are you?
Yeah. On mom's side, I'm Irish.
It's crazy.
What is it?
I mean, I thought the bagpipes were pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know.
And
It was cool. It was cool the first time.
the little girl was like, just like hypnotized by it.
Like the backwards
Pretty
were cool
powerful
the first time.
instrument.
Yeah.
They were cool the first time, but then I'm like,
By the 5th act.
yeah, my head was like,
They play it after
Hey.
every name they call it.
they didn't play any music as the graduate tour crossed.
So it's just dead silent, and they're like, John Smith.
Yeah, clap, 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 clap. I'm like, that's kind of lame. All they had, the only instruments were there with the bagpipes.
They couldn't do like the whole.
No,
You can hit that?
I don't know how that sound with bagpipes, but
It's not bad. I'd imagine.
I'm just saying, graduations are so boring. Why? If I was a dean of a college, I'd make it exciting.
You just
I'd be like,
throw-
you get a diploma, you get a diploma.
You don't. But I'm pretty sure you come.
I'll make it as fun as possible.
Every name is a wrestling intro. Firework
Coming down to the stand. Weighing in at 125 pounds. She is a new doctorate of biology. Make some noise for Stephanie Mendable.
I'm just saying, if that were a thing, people would be coming to my college.
Yeah,
Everyone would be applying, like, just to get their names out.
maybe.
But there's also those colleges who's like, hey, don't do this when you go get your diploma or whatever. You can't decorate your cap and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, why not? Who are they hurting?
The image of the school. Because
Like,
we don't like create. We're an
there was-
institution of academics.
Like this goes for like high school too. Like there was like some videos going around where like the person like getting their diploma or degree,
Yeah.
they're like doing like a celebratory dance, and they're like, okay, because you did that, you're not getting it now. I'm like,
I don't think they do that.
no, there was
It'd probably just be like, we'll send it to you in the mail since you're going to act crazy. I don't think, they can't just take the paper.
no, yeah.
You know? Yeah. You paid for it, essentially.
But you know what I'm saying? It's
That's
like
your receipt.
like they once it in the video, like the teacher or principal or whatever saw them doing the dance as they're walking to they're just like, go back to your seat, like you're not allowed to walk now. Like,
Yeah,
why
you
not?
can't- You can't do that. His moment.
That's just weird.
The cap decorating thing came about because people were putting like anarchy signs and like anti-Semitic stuff.
Okay, but that goes for like anything like
Well, you know
like
how it
at
is. If
work.
one person ruins it, everybody ruins
But
it.
like at work, you're like, hey, you can wear whatever you want, except you
why
can't
we
have
put our
these.
shoes up.
You can't have anything racial or profanity, which is understandable. So same thing with caps. Like you can do whatever you want with it, just don't make it anything
Like
profanity.
vulgar and
yeah,
stuff like that.
True, yeah.
and it's like it's just rules. Just abide by them.
Yeah, but then again, it's like it only takes one,
Yeah.
and then that's what people talk about the ceremony. Oh, I see that guy. He had a clown on the back of his hat. What an idiot.
I think what it is also too is that people find loopholes, and then like protesters, and that's a big thing right now with protesting going on in college, and they don't want the publicity, they don't want their image ruined, so they're like, hey, you can't do this regardless of what it is, you can't do it.
Maybe I can see that.
And then people were like, because like people will do that, and like they'll group together, they'll protest silently, but like, internet viewers see it and they'll pick it like, oh, this person has this on their cap, and then this person has it, and if you put them together, it makes
Oh,
this.
gosh.
So they're protesting this, and that's what it is, and that's why it's like, no, you can't do that, even though we're infringing on your rights. So
Is it that
This
deep though?
person has this on
So
their
what I'm
hat.
hearing is Sly was just mad that the graduation wasn't creative enough.
it was boring.
Everybody wore their normal cap and
Spice up
gown.
the traditions, okay?
I wanted Spider-Man on a hat. I was disappointed.
I want some pyrotechnics or something. Come on. I'm falling asleep over here.
He
This
watched
person-
one WrestleMania, and now everything's a show.
Everything needs to be a performance. If you're gonna make me wait 2 hours at least, you know, sing me the speech or something. I want backup dancers. I want pyrotechnics.
If Beyonce does not show up,
That's what I'm saying.
we riot.
I was like, all right, this person's speaking in a monotone in their speech.
I mean, people. That's just people, though. Like some people don't. Do
I get
public
it.
Speech,
It's also like this is their moment. At the same time, it's like this person probably just like wants to get it over with.
This person's hearing this right now and crying.
I'm not giving names. I'm not name dropping anything. But I'm just saying, me as the reader speaker, do what you gotta do.
Reader speaker.
Me as a viewer, I'm bored. Right? Know your audience.
I can't wait till my wedding. He has to give his speech,
I'm
just gonna be like, boo! More pyro!
bringing out
Where are
fireworks.
the dancing lobster?
I'm bringing out fireworks. I'm bringing backup dancers.
Not inside the
Bruno
venue.
Mars is coming.
No, not inside the venue. Are you gonna pay for the deposit?
But no, I'm ready for my. I have it somewhere.
I don't think if you do, I gotta proofread it. I just fall asleep.
I'm just
5 seconds.
He looks back, and now the man upon it. I've loved you so.
I'm about to give my speech. The duck, the duck may swim.
I will take the mic. That was slightly, gentlemen. Thank you. All right, now on to the cake.
Someone in the back. Today, Junior.
I thought about the entrance though, because like you and Samson sent me like wrestling inspired ones,
Yeah.
and I'm like, if I had the money and I cared enough, I would.
Jared comes out in one of those wrestling luchador masks.
I have one. Don't play.
I got a Phantom Fireworks card.
We'll talk about it. Talk about it later.
He just so here's one thing, right? For Jericho's intro, it's
I already know it's gonna be stupid.
it's Ashley,
See,
Jericho
already-
walking in. Jericho and Ashley walk in.
Is this after the ceremony or is this
in
like?
luchador mask? No, this is
Is this
before.
racist now?
This is before. All right, but it's not really Ashley. We're gonna get a stunt double, okay? And you're gonna pick this person up and just slam them down on the table. Bring out the chairs, and the boys start getting in, bringing chairs. It's a battle
So let me
royale.
get this straight. Can we take a time out? So my wedding entrance that he has in mind is to take some poor girl, suplex her onto the concrete floor.
It doesn't have to be a girl. It could be a whiz in a wig.
Let me finish, and then we're gonna hit them with chairs. But I'm not enough. We gotta bring everybody else in to hit her with chairs. After we put it through a table. Am I getting that right?
No. So bridesmaid and groomsmen, it's battle royale. All right, and then chairs. No, okay, we'll workshop it.
I was just picturing those like videos that people do where they throw a dummy at the wall and then edit them.
I think
those
my
views crack me up.
I think my future wife paid too much money for her wedding dress to want to be like on the ground. Just
No, but those videos, the ads that people make now
I don't know if I've ever
are
seen that.
hilarious. No, the new adding, like making ads trend is like getting something ridiculous, like someone like getting hit by a car and their body goes flop, and then it transitions to the person of the like manager of the store, and like they roll out and they're like, "Come to our store," and just you never seen those?
no.
Oh my
I
goch!
know what you're talking about now. Though.
Wait, talk why I figure out I found one of these videos.
All right.
I knew that was gonna be an awkward vibe.
I know.
I felt that coming.
I sent one to my cousin here. You gotta watch it. It's hilarious.
People
I
can't
love.
just do normal
Here.
ads anymore.
No, but they're so funny.
But they could like you
Yeah,
can be
they're-
funny without being cringe.
They're making fun of ads.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
they're
look,
not
look.
actual ads.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say it's like an ad read for YouTube. What? Y'all ain't right. But they killing that pose though.
Right?
Yo, I miss sweatpants like that. The sweatpants that had the buttons on the side and
That's the trend.
the breakaways.
That's the trend. I send those to my cousin who like she does nails. I'm like, you need to do these ads, right? Cause her Instagram's popping
Is
too.
it?
So it's like, do these ads. I guarantee you get more clientele. But I
I
love
can't
it.
picture her rolling on the ground outside of the shop.
But I love those ads though. I love those ads. They're creative and they're fun. Okay.
Sure.
And they're so simple.
Yeah.
But I do it. But you know, I don't have a business. So.
I was gonna say it.
Is
Technically,
this-
she doesn't have to do it.
Technically, I should. My mom works on this. I'm gonna start doing it for this.
Why not just do it for this?
Listen to ShinoBroz.
Yeah.
Find a really bad like car accident and then
Just you.
You roll out of this 18-wheeler.
you know what? Now that you brought up, everyone's alright. We're doing it.
I'm not
We're
doing
doing
it.
it.
Now I have an idea for the pedicure. No, not pedicure. Manicure.
Yeah.
It's like you and you just have like a firework in your hand. You're like, and then it just goes boom, and then you're, and then it shows you like, and then you're getting a manicure, and then you're
No
like,
stunt double.
wow, and your hands are fixed.
No stunt double. This is all legit. You lose a hand for the sake of the show.
I'm in next
What
episode.
body part are you willing? You're in a cast.
Next
It's just a
episode.
nub wrapped up in tape. What happened? We shot an ad. Don't talk about it.
You got killer reviews.
It's for our summer collection. We'll get there later.
First. That's weird.
What body part are you willing to lose for the show?
Do my left hand. I'm gonna do my left.
You would give up your hand?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You already started a sleeve.
Yeah.
See, this is why this. I
Why
started
why
sleeve-
not use the naked
This is
arm?
this is my least used because I'm righty, you know. So I felt like I need
I mean,
to.
I understand that,
Yeah.
but like that's a
Wow.
whole arm.
You don't care about left.
I thought you said hand. Hand, I'm fine with. I'm kind of.
That's still a whole left hand.
I can still do things with my. I can still punch with my nub.
As you-
technically,
What?
Mine would
We are
be
probably-
pinky toe.
pinky toe.
Yeah, something simple. That's gonna mess with your balance though.
No, it doesn't.
All right.
I think that's
you.
all
All
All right,
right.
that's fine now.
Tuck your
That's
toe in
fine now.
right now. Tuck your toe in right now and walk across the room.
I can't tuck it.
Exactly. Because you need it for balance. No more questions, Your Honor.
Wait, try.
I'm just like, I'm putting pressure, and I'm like, the toe doesn't touch. Like,
Mhm. You said you say that now. You lose it. You're like, where? I feel weird when I walk.
so if I put like a pencil or something and lift my pinky toe up, I can't walk anymore.
Well, you got a pencil on your foot. Now you just look silly.
And I should.
Why would you put
I
a pencil
should
on your foot?
Lean to the direction that.
No, is it the whole pencil or are you cutting the tip of it? Is it,
He
you
chews
just
off
shoves
your-
the whole pencil in his foot.
In his foot. He said, "There we go. Now I have 6 toes."
I'm balanced, but it hurts.
Bro, chill out. This ain't OnlyFans.
He's got his toes out.
Oh,
Oh,
behind the camera, no fee for free.
no.
Wade got his dogs out.
A Q-tip? You using a Q-tip?
Bro, don't you, bro?
You have to get something the same
Why
mass
my
as your...
episode? Why can't this be on Samson's episode? This is all behind the scenes. I'm not even acknowledging this. This is gross.
Okay, it doesn't work.
See? Because you need all toes.
What were you trying to do?
I was trying to just prop my pinky toe up.
You can't.
That's why I'm trying
'Cause
to
you
get
need
something
it.
to assist in propping my pinky toe up.
He's gonna
So
do
that I
this
can
tonight,
walk.
and he's gonna send us a snap in the morning. He's gonna, his toes gonna be like purple.
Cuts off his toe to prove a point. You're right, Jericho.
Oh gosh, don't
Yeah,
do
so
that.
about the pinky balance thing.
You don't gotta cut off your toe to tell me I'm right. It's okay. I'm consistently making him cry on every episode. This is good.
Okay. This is great. This is great content. Is it good content? Yeah. Is this
Well, if
good
you gotta ask
content?
now, it's not. So you just kind of ruin the moment. You don't fourth wall break
It
the
was.
episode. You kind of just let it happen.
All the best content was behind the camera just now, though.
Joke's on you. I had a camera ready.
Told you, no fee for.
Ashton Kutcher comes in. We're live from the ShinoBroz.
Josh was here the whole time with a camera. His drone comes out.
Helicopter over the house.
No. Okay, I was picturing like it flying around in this room, and we didn't even
It's a
notice.
stealth drone.
Yeah.
You any good dreams lately? Any nightmares or anything? Yeah.
I thought we weren't gonna do this.
Well, we told ours last episode, and you caught the like end tail of it.
All my dreams involve me like fighting something.
You Aaron demons.
Sure, probably.
What do they look like?
Women. I'm kidding. But they're not like normal.
And that makes okay to fight.
Like
them?
there's some kind of monsters.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Demon thoughts.
No.
Be back, woman.
No, because like there was one where I like opened my eyes in the dream, and I was like in the sky, and then I turn around and I'm in like this flying like demon castle, and I had to go through like all the floors and fight like a bunch of different monsters to get out. It was wild.
Well, that sounds badass.
Yeah.
No, literally. Let's dive into this. What
I mean, that's not.
were you going through at the time?
What wasn't I going through? Honestly, I don't know.
Each floor is an insecurity.
Were you doing like Mario, where you're trying to save something, or?
Yeah, I was trying to get out.
Wait, no, you said you were inside.
Like in the dream, I was like, oh, what's going on? And then I was looked out the window, like, oh, I'm in the sky. I'm like, in the sky. And then I turn around, I'm like, why do the walls have flesh on them? So, you never watch Fairy Tale. Never mind. You never watch Fairy Tale either. Yeah. So in Fairy Tale, there's like a flying cube. It sounds weird out of context.
Yeah.
But it's like the main like evil wizard guild's base called like Allegria or something like that, and it's basically like a flying monster, and it's like a cube, but it's their base. So it's kind of like that.
In some parallel universe, multiverse, Jericho was in a flesh castle.
Maybe.
Slaying demon.
Slaying demon.
Maybe.
He woke up and just.
They weren't even
A
they
bunch
weren't
of
even
succubi
bad.
or
It was just
something.
that they were just living in their house. You woke up.
I'm trapped. Start swinging. Maybe.
Evil, ugly-looking monster. Like, Mom, Dad, I'm scared. And Jericho's just.
There's a monster in our castle with a sword. Kill him.
Listen, no matter who you are a villain in somebody's story. I'm just saying.
You see a normal human in this monster universe where the monsters all like hideous.
I'm the monster.
Yeah, and they're like,
Oh my god, it's hideous.
Where's all its hair? How come its bones are on the inside?
How many horns does it have? None.
in some parallel universe. What if like?
But then there's like another one where like Ashley got kidnapped, and so I was like a secret agent kind of, and they were in like this underwater base, but it was like everything's in a base of some kind.
Yeah.
And so like I'm fighting this dude underwater, and like I think you were there because you were like part of like my SEAL team, so to speak, and you like were demolition. You're like exploding like the.
I'm just
the wall. Yeah.
boom, boom.
Like you were like fighting people off, throwing C4s, like trying to like blow up the base, so to speak. And so I'm like fighting this dude, and like I don't know where like besides Trident comes in, and I go crazy with that, and it's
You know
like
what's
fight to the
crazy?
death.
You know what's crazy is that if every time we dream, it's another like multiverse of us, we're all still connected.
I have the
Like,
coolest
it's the
other
same.
lives ever.
It's the same people, so it's like
I'm just an action star, neither.
Yeah.
My dreams are like, I don't know. My latest dream,
you in the bed with the tree. That's all I can think about is you.
He's on a pizza bed.
my last dream that I had, I was walking down the road by my grandma's house, and I was barefoot, and there was ice on the road, like covering the length of the road, even though it was like summertime. And I just ran
feet cool.
and I slid across ice, and I went home, and I was like, I did this, and Mom's like, it didn't hurt, and then my aunt was there, and she's like, that's blood. And
I bet you it was a pinky toe.
and my foot it came out of my pinky toe first, actually. And my foot just started.
And he said it wasn't useful.
And then I woke up and I'm like, why?
And yet you still question the use of the pinky toe. When your dream warned you, Wade, don't do it.
All of Wade's parallel universes are boring.
I know. What happened?
You're out here fighting demons. And Wade's just like, my pinky toe. Just
My nightmares are always like nothing really
All re-
scary happens,
all
it's just
real
like,
life
let people
problems.
down.
Nah, I be
People
wake
are
like I don't wake up
imagining
like
my nightmares.
in my nightmares, but I am kind of like open my eyes. I'm kind of like tense. Like whoa, that was because some of them feel like they don't feel real.
But
like
it feels weird when you wake up. Like, 'cause
kind of
it's like right.
like your brain is kind of like settling back in.
Your emotions are still active.
Yeah,
Whenever
like you're riled up.
Could you, but like, alright, say these all these parallel universes are real, and when we dream, we just like mind transfer to that person
like
in that
Jumanji.
universe. Now,
No, we select our player and just do.
but no. So like in that moment, like say you wake up, or you're dreaming, and now you're fighting a monster, and you just go along with it. But then you wake up and you're back in your reality.
But then the monster's like, where'd he go?
No, but the person,
Yeah.
but the person that you took over in that universe, the you that you took over in that universe, just blacked out for a second, woke
He
up.
comes
Like,
back, he's in front of a minotaur. Like,
Yeah.
what just happened?
Yeah.
I was eating churros in Africa. Maybe.
just wake up. Now you're. Wait, what just happened? So every time.
Their dreams like I was just laying in a bed. It was pretty-
So what if?
nice.
What if every deja vu moment we have was another parallel universe going into us dreaming, and that's why we remember it. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm reaching.
I see deja vus as like glitches in the Matrix.
I see deja vu as
Simulation.
resets,
Yeah.
like respawning points.
When we die, we just wake up in a booth. Take the helmet off.
I have a crazy story. Yeah, I'll sit.
Oh, I was like, after all this, now you want to sit on the couch?
This has something to do with it. Wasn't
Way more
it
than-
wasn't deja vu,
Okay.
but it was. Mom and I watch Smosh. We watch Smosh Reddit stories.
Okay.
It's a YouTube channel. You know, they read Reddit stories on there and talk about it. It's one guy reading it and then two people on the couch reacting and giving their takes on it and stuff like that. And they're usually like an hour long, different stories.
So literally us.
Yeah, pretty much. But Mom was over on the other side of the couch and she was kind of like, looked like she was dozing off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still watching. And then it went on, the guy was like, all right, next story. And he said, like, the title of it was, am I the asshole for, I can't remember what it was. Oh, am I the asshole for a woman talking to me, a woman in a bikini talking to me at the beach? My wife is mad at me because a woman in a bikini talked to me at the beach, that kind of thing.
It's always your fault.
And I paused it, and her mom was like, we watched that one before. And I was like, no, this is the first time I've seen it. And she's like, no, I've watched, like, we've seen this one before, because I remember that. And she was like explaining what happened in the story and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, this is the first time I'm watching it, and it's 2 days old, so it's brand new. Like, it's not like an old video that we might have watched again by accident. She told me the accounts of the story, and I'm like, okay, let's go. And I unpause it, and he's telling the story, reading the story, and it's saying the things that she was saying, and she was like, yeah, that's what happened. And I'm like, well, you just spoiled it for me because I didn't know that it happened. And she's like, that's weird. And I was like, did you just pass out for a minute and like get like see the future for a little bit and then come back and be like, no, this already happened?
Wade's like tripping out. She's like, I just watched this without him and I felt bad.
Yeah.
That's because I'm like, because she watches other YouTubers that do Reddit stories. And I was like, was it this other person that you watch who might have said it on their Reddit stories? And she was like, no, it was him and those two people on the couch. And I'm like,
She watched it
okay.
without you.
Okay.
She's the one who cut off first got caught. I was like, oh no, he's seen this.
I mean, it didn't show the little red line at the bottom, like, you know, where it had been previously watched, unless she watched it on her account.
Maybe.
But I'm just like,
Maybe she went to
I'm
bed.
scared. What other things do you see?
It was on autoplay.
No,
She heard
maybe
it in her
maybe
sleep.
she did go to sleep like the couple days before, had a dream about it from a different parallel universe, and then she remembers that dream, and that's why she
Yeah, I mean, why did it have to be a couple days ago? Why couldn't it just be like she closed her eyes
And she saw the future.
The future like flashed for a minute. She's like, freaking, that's so Raven me.
That's so Raven,
Mom.
But that was crazy. I just
I
figured I would say that.
want your mom to just be like one day, just
Get
hey
her on the
Wade,
podcast.
I gotta confess. I watched this episode without you.
That would mess me up.
And
more
that's
than
not your real
her
pinky.
telling the future.
That's not your real pinky toe either.
she's like, Wade, don't go outside today. Why not? Just don't.
Just don't.
Just don't.
Yeah. Come straight home after work today.
Don't take off your shoes.
Do not go to the mall.
You ever had moments like that where you just got a feeling like maybe I shouldn't do this, like maybe I shouldn't go here today,
All the time.
and then you like,
I
and
call
then
it
you find
anxiety.
out.
No.
You want to talk about it? Should we cut? Should we
How's
cut?
that
Should we
make
cut the
you
camera?
That was a big-
Should we hardcover this?
No, but there are times where it's like maybe we shouldn't go out today.
But it's one that's like, oh, maybe let's not go to the mall, and then you find out like there was a stabbing.
Yeah,
You know,
That's
you ever had
weird.
one of those moments.
No.
it kind of no.
I know what
never
you're talking about, but I've never had one. No. The only thing like that I've ever had is I was having a bad day and I was really getting mad and frustrated it was like a road trip and I was just like, I missed a
As he's
turn.
behind the wheel, he's.
I missed a turn.
Every car.
I just like I was raging and then I got so mad to the point where I was just like yelling, or not yelling, because my cousins were actually asleep in the car, but or at least
I think I remember this. I
Jonah-
think you told me this.
Yeah, I was just
Or did
really
he?
mad. I'm just like, and like tears were coming,
Mhm.
and then I had my windows down, and the car beside me had their radio up, and the song was just like, I don't know what it was, but it was just like, have a good day, it's amazing.
And Wade's like, never.
No,
Runs it off the road.
I just started laughing, because I'm like,
In the
that's
midst,
the
in the midst of
universe.
your rage, here's the opposite right
Yeah.
next to you.
Like,
Yeah.
that's the universe telling me that it's gonna be okay.
Person in the car.
Fine.
Wade starts laughing. The person starts crying in the car next to him. They just exchange emotion.
Oh no.
He's like, I
But yeah.
just have so much anger.
Jonah told me later that he was not asleep. He heard me yelling and stayed pretending to be asleep. And then woke up.
It's
when
like
I
hearing your
started
parents
laughing.
fight in the other room, and you're just like,
Jonah's just like, I'm sure be over.
he's shaking underneath the blanket. Just,
It's like, oh God, please don't crash.
Pretend to be asleep. Pretend to be asleep.
He'll all be over soon.
I don't think I've had road rage, like bad road rage.
I will say, I feel like
I wouldn't even say that's road rage. I would just say that was like things.
Screaming in my
'cause
car.
I wasn't mad at people on the road.
I was raging
mad
on
at
the
them.
road.
I was mad that I was mad. I was mad. It was just that I missed, like, I was falling behind the people I was supposed to be following,
Yeah.
and then I missed a turn, and the GPS wasn't.
You're mad
loading,
yourself.
And, yeah, it was just things were happening that
Like
I
all
was
at once. It was
Yeah.
just, yeah.
overwhelming.
but I feel like driving in general brings out the worst in people. Cause
I
like,
enjoy it.
cause like
I like
even
driving.
Yeah.
you could
When
be,
stuff doesn't happen to me.
but like you could be like the nicest person. You could be, you know, the nicest person ever. Someone cuts you off. You're just kind of like you don't have to yell at, but
No.
you know you feel a little frustrated. You know, it gets a reaction out of you. Like,
I guess
okay,
it
that's
does
cool.
depend.
I mean, nowadays I'm just like, well, you're probably dealing with this.
I just pretend everyone's my grandma.
I
so.
really don't get road rage. It was just
Yeah.
that time in the moment, things were going wrong, and I was
Mm-hmm.
already, like, stuff had been building up beforehand.
That's what it was.
So, yeah.
That was the
But no, someone
the Mentos in your Pepsi.
someone in the
Yeah.
road doing something crazy, trying to get, you know, whatever, just being bad driver. I just pretend it's my grandma. I'm like, oh, you're just senile.
It's my grandma. When's the time you seen your grandma? I don't want to talk about it.
But
She cut me off in traffic.
The last time she cut me off in traffic. Have you seen her since? No way.
but that's how I deal with it, because I feel like being on the people get crazy on the road.
Yeah.
People get crazy
Especially
on the road,
'cause
and it's
I
not
have to-
worth it. It's really
No.
not.
Like, I take a very busy interstate to get, like, to and from most places now. And it's like, seeing how people will drive,
Mhm.
or, like, how quickly they'll merge, or it's insane. Like, I don't know how people drive like that
There was
and
this-
not hurt somebody, if not themselves.
Yeah.
There was this one incident where it was a couple of times I did let road rage get the best of me. There was this one time when I was in South Carolina. I was driving home. It was a bad day. Just got off work, right? And this car cut me off, like, abruptly. So I almost hit. I had to swerve out the lane, and so I'm honking at them, and I'm just like yelling in my car, "F you, F this," and then I drove next to them to, like, flick them off, and I just kept driving. Then, like, 5 seconds later, this car drives next to me.
He picked the
There's
wrong
4
one.
people in that car. They're rolling their windows down, and they're just like, "What the heck, man? What the heck?"
All 4 of
and-
them, or just the one?
All 4 of them. All 4 of them.
Look like a cheerleading
And
group.
you know what I did? I still flicked them off, and I'm just like, I ain't gonna bother. And then this is when I'm like, okay, maybe I should have done that, because they backed off, but now they're following me. They're like following me real close.
yeah.
I'm like,
You can bring them back home.
it's like midnight. No one else on the road. It's a
Yeah.
bad. I was
That
like,
could've been bad.
I'm gonna come home tonight. You know, I'm just.
See, and that's why I try not to do, like, anything
Yeah.
out of anger.
So-
So then it's like, you don't know how
Yeah.
people react.
And so I'm driving, and they're like right behind me. I know they're about to pull something.
Some shenanigans.
So what I did was I kept driving, and I see an exit. Last second, I just turned into the exit and I just drove off. Yeah, I juked them. But yeah, and there was this other time where I got mad, and because this person wouldn't let me pass.
I will say before, you're never supposed to go home if you think someone's following you.
Oh yeah, I know that much.
No.
Yeah.
I had that happen to me one time. It was late at night, and then I passed where I was supposed to turn into my house, and I went down like a couple more blocks, and I went up on the road, like up on the other road.
Yeah.
And they followed me up there, and then my thought was, if they're gonna keep following me, the police station's right down the road. I'm just gonna drive by the police station.
That's smart.
And
It was a police officer. He was just making sure
He's
you got
clocking
home. Yeah. He's like, it's
Son, where
late.
are you going? Your vehicle registered to this address. Are you lost?
But a car came up behind, and this is what made me think that it was suspicious, is whenever I was up on the road, a car went behind them, and then whenever the car got closer to them, they turned down, and then I turned down, and the other car kept going. So I was like, okay, I went home, I got out, and I looked around, and then I
Grabbed his 42.
and went up inside.
You have any enemies? How many ops you
Not that I
got?
know of.
Just
He's a not
It
anymore.
was like a burgundy SUV. I don't
I'm
know
gonna
what kind,
I'm gonna
maybe
leave the
GMC.
house today.
yeah.
He's gonna be parked out front. Is he in there? I'm like, nah, just cats.
It was cats. Oh, in my house. I thought you meant like in the car. Like
No.
you just look in the car, there's a bunch of cats being like, there's like,
Those are his
a
ops.
picture of me.
You can feed us this one time. We got you.
Every time you tell a driving story, and why I kept laughing is because I always picture when you were coming back home from North Carolina and you like had to slam the brakes. And you had Yusei in the front, and he slams the brakes, and the dog
My
just
poor dog.
hits the airbag.
My poor
and hits the
dog.
floor, and then he wakes up like, "What's going on?"
My poor dog. Okay, and first off, before everyone gets on me about having you say where he was. Listen, all right. I didn't have the money at the time to get him a proper carrier.
A doggy car seat.
But no, so he had his dog bed, right? He has his dog bed, and he's sleeping. My pup is asleep. He's laying how he lays on the bed, and then so I'm driving, and it was like standstill traffic, right? And I'm behind this car. I see this truck coming down, and I could see the driver not looking forward at all, and like he's occupied with something. He's probably on his phone. I knew he was not going to slow down, and I'm like, he's going to hit my car. And so
You brake checked him.
instead of checking like my blind side on this side, I went for it because I was too occupied with the guy behind me. I'm not thinking properly. Like
I
he's
mean,
gonna
even check. He's
gonna hit me. He's gonna hit me. So I just went into the other lane real quick, and like I'm glad I did because I could hear his tires screech. He didn't hit the car, thankfully, but
Because you moved.
yeah, I moved.
You created the space
Yeah.
he needed.
I moved, and then but because I moved, another car had to like slam their brakes because I wasn't paying attention, and so I had to drive into like the bumpy lane, whatever, and
The wake-up lane.
yeah, because it was 3 lanes, and I'm in the farthest lane, and I had to merge over, and this car's coming, it slammed his brakes, and I'm freaking out, so I accelerated, and there's another car coming this way, so I just go into the ditch pretty much, and then I slammed the brakes, and Yusei goes flop. It's like his whole bed just went flop.
He's
This man's
pancaked him.
peacefully sleeping too, like a regular dog. Flops over, so the bed's on top of him.
Can you imagine you're dead
And-
asleep in like the
and
middle of the night? Someone
so-
just flips your mattress.
Yeah, so here he is. Yusei's laying,
Thoughts and shit.
pretty much. Yusei's sleeping like this. Car goes flip. Car
Not the
breaks.
car. The bed.
The bed-
My car did a front flip.
my car had a hard brake, and his bed went flip, and this poor dog climbs back up, or like he has his paws at the edge of the seat,
That's like a cartoon.
and I just see him. He's just like, "What happened? What happened? What happened, father? Why
Are
did
we
you do
here?
this to me?"
Are we alright?
And I'm just like, "I'm sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry." But this other time, this car like wouldn't let me in, even though I had my blinker on. And I'm like, oh, he's gonna let me in. So, because he slowed down. But no, he just kept going. And so, as he's going, I'm just like, this mother. And he's like looking over, like, you know, when you're wrong.
He's about to do it?
Yeah. You know, when you're wrong, you're kind of like, that's what he was doing.
Send you text.
I just stared at him. I'm just
Sir, you're done.
just not breaking eye contact. I'm just watching him, like, that flicked him off too, so. But now, next time something happens like that, I hear that flicking off is not effective. You know what's really effective? Just thumbs down.
Just shaking your head.
I actually had that done to me
Not
once.
mad.
Someone shook their head.
Someone shook their head at me. I'm like, I'm sorry.
I had someone wag their finger at me one time.
Yeah.
They were in the wrong too.
My favorite is when someone pulls up next to you and they don't put the windows down, but they're like talking to you, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't. What?
Yeah.
Because it happened to me one time on the way back to North Carolina. Before I got to that mountain through Tennessee. I had plenty of time, so I got over to get around this truck, and I guess the guy was coming up on the left lane like super quick.
Yeah.
But like he didn't like honk the horn. He had no lights on. Like it was the average driver. And so like I get over, I'm going like 75, and I like speed up to get around the truck. And the dude like pulls up, and he's like side by side for like a good 30 seconds. What concerned me wasn't that he was yelling. What concerned me is that he was looking at me the whole time. Well, he's in the left lane.
For his
So
life.
he's just looking at this, like talking to me with a Starbucks coffee in his hand, and I'm just like, what?
He's just.
Keep your eyes
And so
on the
he
road.
speeds up, and like eventually I catch him because he was only going fast for so long. And I looked over, and he
works in
he's
advertisement.
petrified.
It's like, sir, we've been trying to reach you about your car extended warranty.
I noticed you passed Starbucks on the way. Did you know you get a free cup?
Please.
This coffee's delicious.
He's doing an ad read. Boy, I love my.
He's staring at you the whole time. So he's like running over people with a cabbage thing.
Yeah.
Cabbage key.
But I see more stupid than I do stupid on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not a game. You shouldn't mess around like in the car, nothing like that. But I mean, heck, I was leaving work this week and I saw like a van just slowly start moving towards a parked vehicle. Because like the road I go down to get to work is through a downtown.
I just saw a car get sideswiped just this weekend
Sheesh.
after graduation, and it was messed up because he just.
You said graduation was boring.
The initial ceremony, yes, but after it was like, I'm free, but then some wild stuff happened. This car just went, and he just dipped. I'm like, you ain't gonna leave a note, right?
Sorry.
Yes. But that's I'm gonna wrap it up here because we're over the time limit.
We have a time limit?
Try to keep it an average hour.
I know that.
Yeah. We could do longer, but then I'd split it.
Okay.
It's just uploading wise, like this is gonna take
An hour's good.
an hour to
An hour to an
upload.
hour, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had to cut the last one a little shorter. Well, not the last one, but
That's true. We're making up time.
yeah.
It's like we only got 40 hours this week. We gotta hit our deadline. You can't go over, but it's fine. All right, yeah, we're gonna end it here. Like, rate, subscribe on all of our social medias. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. A lot of content coming soon. A lot of great conversations. Leave a comment. What you want
I'm
to
really
hear
hoping
about
he puts like the
us.
link somewhere.
What do you want to hear us talk about? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. Five guys.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Peace.